Yeah, mobile phones, man, they have completely revolutionized the way that we just live, the way we work, the way we interact with each other, from the way we communicate to how we just navigate around our daily lives. It's almost hard to imagine a time that we didn't have these devices, when we didn't have them all glued to our hands. But however, I'm going to tell you, there's some benefits and some challenges to having a cell phone. One major concern is just growing dependence on mobile phones. We become so used to just having information. It is right there at our fingertips, and we start to just lose some traditional communication skills, some of that, face to face interactions. I mean, I think about it, and it comes a time when you got to have that real, in depth conversation with someone without checking your phone. When's the last time have you done it? And trust me, taking your phone and turning it upside down and putting it face down, that does nothing for me, because you're still listening to the chimes and the vibrations. See, this dependence, what it's done, it has declined us as human beings in a deep, meaningful way. We often just focus on the screen so much that we forsake the people that we're interacting with. And it's not just conversations, cousins. No. Oh, no. It's almost like we're losing out on a lot of other essential skills. For instance, with the GPS system, we've lost our ability to even read a physical map. And what about the impact on social interactions? It's real significant. We've been spending more and more time just staring at the screen and less time engaging with the entire big world that is all around us. This can lead to some people having feelings of what? Isolation, disconnection, just a disjointed separation from the entire community. That's what mobile phones have done. Yes, there are benefits, but they've also replaced so many tools in our lives. I'm gonna break them down here in this episode. Remember carrying a big old camcorder? Yeah, it's a big camcorder. What about a boom box? Anybody remember boom boxes? Well, you don't need any of those. Now all you need is your iPhone and earbuds, and you're good to go. But what happened to all those other devices like the payphone? They disappeared and they're gone extinct. What about just encyclopedias, dictionaries? Don't need them anymore. Putting these things out of business and out of work. And man, that camera, it make it so easy now to just snap a picture and 100 selfies. I remember the days when you had to take your film down there and have it developed. Those days are gone, cousins. And some say goodbye and bye-bye and good riddance. But what I'm here to tell you is we have lost something along the way. We've lost some really, really important things that I think we should get back. So if you feel like the cell phone has robbed us, if you feel like it has taken away some very, very essential pieces of us as human beings, well, you know what? I say, good, you have come to the right place. So come on, cousins, and let's pod about it.
In a world fraught with confusion, one man will break his silence.
Come on, cousins, let's pod about it.
You are now tuned in to the funkiest show this side of the Pecos, baby. Who, me? I'm just your friendly neighborhood liaison and tour guide for this journey that we call life. My name is Terry Patrick, and you're tuned into Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. And before we get started, I'd like you guys, hey, if you would like to just comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. Really appreciate your support as well. If you would like to be able to give to a very, very worthy cause. Welcome to episode 52, baby. Oh, yeah, we're talking about moving into the future and how far has this future taken us. And before we do that, I got to give it up for the people who brought me into the world, make sure I even have a future to live. Let me get the picture up there. Give it up for Fat Pops and Fat Mama. Give it up for Pops and Fat Mama. Hey, how you guys doing? It's another Wednesday. And on this Wednesday, we've got a very important topic for you guys. It's called the mobile phone or the cell phone or whatever type of name you want to get it. The apparatus that is glued to our hands and our eyes are glued to said screen. What has the mobile phone replaced in your life? Is there anything that you wish you had back, but the phone, it is just taking it away? I'm not saying there's not some benefits to it. There are some great things. Yes, and so you in corporate America, you know you got you might have two phones. Some people maybe even three. I think that's doing a bit too much. But you got that personal phone and you got a work phone. It becomes a ball and chain, doesn't it? It becomes where that email and that ching, that ping, that chime, that vibration, that buzz, all those little things. It's. I remember a time when I first got my first cell phone. I didn't want one. I didn't want to be available all the time. I'm like, who would want that? Nobody would want to be available all the time. If I'm at work, you can't call me. Yes, I had to go to a payphone and put a coin in there. So the cell phone got rid of those payphones, which means a lot of people don't carry around change anymore. Who wants a pocket full of change just rattling around? And with the many ways of Apple Pay and Zelle and everything else that you got and Cash App, a lot of people don't even carry cash. No cash. I always wonder what would happen if we had a blackout. If we had a blackout and no power and you couldn't spend anything off that phone and all the systems are down, it'll knock us right back to the barter system. And no one has cash in their pocket. But the cell phone has done that, got rid of cash, got rid of change, no need to be able to have those coins. And how many men, cousins can I talk to you? You remember the big, fat, thick wallet? Didn't have a lot of cash in it, but what it did have is a lot of scrap pieces of paper with phone numbers. I don't know anybody's phone number anymore. Yes, I don't. I don't have them memorized. Why? Your number is your face. When I see your face come up, I know that's you. I don't have people's phone number memorized. And one thing that I do like about the phone is scam likely. I love that function. Oh, this is scam likely. Thank you. Thank you. I will not be answering scam likely. Or do you answer unknown calls? Or you have the ability to just pick up the phone, hello, who is this? And wonder who it is. These things have changed our life so much. My mother had a built-in, I don't know what you call it, an attribute. Maybe it was a skill set. Maybe it was just a gift or a phenomenon. Well before caller ID, before people's faces and stuff would pop up on the phone, and before they had a little screen on the phone where it had caller ID, we had the house phone hanging in the kitchen, maybe one in the parents' room. My mother knew my ring. She knew it before caller ID. There was no way she could tell who it was, but she would just pick up, hey, Jerry, how you doing? I'm like, Mama, how you know it was me? I know your ring. That is a beautiful thing. But the phone, it is essential for us to have now. Have you ever turned around, went back home because you left it at the house? Have you left your phone somewhere and it just drove you mad, drove you crazy because you did not have your phone with you? See, that dependency, it is looming on us all the time that we're patting our pockets and making sure that we have that apparatus, because we know that somehow it becomes the second part of our brains. A lot of things that we have lost, including curiosity. Why do I say that, cousins? Let's think about it. Can you take a journey with me? You want to take a little ride right here with Word to the Wise? Let's think about it. How many times have you asked a question and didn't even get the question formulated before you pulled out your phone and you typed it or you spoke it into the search bar and it gave you the answer? Remember curiosity. What it did, it triggered the imagination, and it made you think, and it gave you that cognitive investigation skills to where that question may have lingered in your mind for a while and you walked around with it, and maybe you asked other people, and that created communication and dialogue if someone wanted to know something. We don't have that curiosity anymore. What's the use in having it? How can you go through life not knowing anything? Because it's already, you have a library, a dictionary, an encyclopedia inside your pocket. You have a hard drive and a mainframe and access to the greatest minds in history inside your pocket. What happens to our own thinking? Other things I think it had gotten rid of besides curiosity is just communication skills, social skills. People are awkward now, even more so. People who are used to just texting all the time have uncomfortable conversations when they're talking about, see how old school I am? This is my miming of a phone with a speaker and a receiver. That's a phone. No, this is a phone, like a brick to your head. That's what it is now. But the texting, do you prefer to receive a text other than a phone call? There's some old school people out there, cold call you out of the blue, just call you, and you're looking at them like, why are you calling me? What is going on? Because see, I remember the day and time where texting wasn't unlimited. No, you had a certain amount of hours attached to these phones. I don't know if younger folks, you understand what I'm saying. This is when the early days of cell phone, where people would have to wait until after 5 o'clock. Yes, nights and evenings and weekends were free. That's when people called you. It would be so many conversations. Someone should have called you up and told you around noon, but they didn't want to waste their minutes. Yeah, cell phone had minutes attached to it. You only had a certain amount of them and you didn't want to waste them. Some people will wait. It was an emergency. I needed to know at 1 o'clock. No, I'll wait until after 5. And then I'll call you and let you know. Yeah, I'm just calling you and let you know your old childhood buddy died. Why didn't you call me earlier when it happened? Wasn't going to make him any less dead if by me wasting my minutes. So might as well just wait and call you. And that was the mentality. Now it is just unlimited. Unlimited text, unlimited phone call, unlimited amount of just internet search. But there's still people who will go without information. They will do it out. How do you do that? How does that work? What else has been gotten rid of? I got a nice little list over here. Calendars. Think about it. You got a calendar in your phone, and it's a smart calendar too. You can set your calendar and it will tell you what day it is. It'll tell you what you're supposed to be doing on this day. It is a scheduler. We used to have calendars on the wall. And sometimes, you didn't get the brand new one. If you were poor, it'd be February sometime, and just missed the whole January. I don't know, but I think I know what day it is. Got to check the newspaper to see what the date is, because you didn't have a calendar on your wall. But if you had a calendar, you can mark and write and stuff down on there, and everybody can see what's on the calendar. Now everyone has an individual calendar. Yes, everyone has something inside their pocket that it will give you chimes, just like the elimination, in my opinion, of alarm clocks. Gone. Who needs them? Who needs an alarm clock? Is your cell phone your alarm clock? How many snoozes do you do? Do you have yours set to be able to speak to you? See, it has gotten rid of that alarm clock that used to have two little bells on the top of it. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and you had to hit the button in the middle. And most people would set up that alarm clock on the dresser or something on the other side of the room, so you had to get up to go turn it off. And once you get up, you might as well stay up because you're up now. But with that cell phone, it needs a charge. It's, the charge becomes the as big as losing the phone. Man, I lost my charger, because if my phone go dead, I'm screwed. Especially if you're trying to travel somewhere. GPS. What happened to maps? No more maps. Can you read a map? Drop a comment over there in the comment section. Yeah, drop a comment in the comment section if you're able to read a map or a Thomas guide. How many people remember those? See, if you were in the trucking business, it was essential to have a Thomas guide. It was a big book that you open it up and you go from the top and the bottom, and you can cross-reference it and pinpoint where you are. It will tell you where you want to go is 1718, and you just go from 1 to 8, whatever the letter it may be sometimes, and that's how you found where you want to go. And then you had to read and follow the streets. So a Thomas guide is something that required in a skill that is now obsolete. Now the guide and the map speaks to you. Continue for 5 miles. Your turn is coming up on the right. 500 feet, turn left. People don't even remember what street names anymore. GPS is going to tell you, and so why remember? Before, you had the new landmarks. So what happens to that side of the brain is my question. That side of the brain was working. It was working. It was memorizing things. It was memorizing streets and landmarks and potholes and everything else. And now we're just robotic. Man, somewhere Sarah Connor is looking at us, trusting AI, and be like, what are you guys doing? Don't you know what Skynet is going to do? We're eventually going to give the military over to artificial intelligence, and it's going to figure out that the biggest and greatest threat to mankind is man, and turn on us. Open the pot bay doors, Hal. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Hal, open the pot bay doors. That's the Odyssey 2001. Have you ever seen that movie? The robot said, no, I can't let you in here. Yeah, you are the threat. What are you talking about, Hal? Open the pot bay doors. No, I'm sorry. You got to check that movie out. Have you seen one movie where it worked out well? Does it always end badly? We have all these things that have disappeared and gone by the wayside, like photographs. Now we have images. We have a lot of images, 100 selfies. We have pictures of just stuff that you wouldn't take pictures of before because it wasn't worth the film. What are you taking a picture of that for? It's going to cost money to get that developed. So you had to take good pictures, pose if you wanted a good picture, right? You just didn't go around willy-nilly just taking pictures of trees and sandwiches, and that's how it's going to be. And great-great-grandmama, hey, children, here's a picture of my breakfast. Yes, these are pictures of the sandwich that I had that day. And here's 100 more just like it. These are my memories. Yes, this is a picture of shoes that I didn't buy. I liked them though, but I didn't get them. And here's 20 more pictures of those shoes I didn't buy. These are going to be the memory. We have images, but we don't have pictures. Because there is an industry that gets created. Here's my next point. Out of every industry that has been eliminated, and I think libraries are very, very close, there is another industry that springs up to accommodate the iPhone or the Galaxy, the Samsung or the Apple products. Just like the GPS system. It replaced Thomas Guide, but that's another industry. And we did it all back in the day, and we did it all without these apps. But there are some that are great. Shout out to Life 360. Love that app. Yes, it tells you where your family members are and helps you to be able to make sure that they're safe. And if they are on a treacherous drive late at night, you can be able to track that. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, we used to walk the floor. I know my mother and father did, and I'm pretty sure that your parents did as well. And you gave them a call. I'm on my way. I'm about 2 hours away. I'm on my way. And for 2 hours, they walked that floor and they were nervous and wringing their hands. I hope that she's okay. It's raining cats and dogs out there. And I hope that she gets home and she would not know until you showed up at the front door. But with Life 360, they can see every single turn you make. Different lifestyle that we have, and we have lost some things, we have gained some things. Drop it in the comment section. What has it replaced in your life? Is your life the same? What will your life be 5 years from now? What else do you think the cell phone will get rid of? I think it would get rid of the attention span. We got a short one now. People want their stuff in bite-sized nuggets. Yeah, little small digestible inserts, clips, TikToks. That's what they want. You know, this is how most people watch a movie. Looking at the phone the majority of the time, sound gets loud, must be some action going on, and then they look up and don't have the attention span to watch a 2-hour movie exclusively. Is that you? Then what else has your attention span taken a hit at? Is there other things that have made you so whimsical that your attention is just fleeting and it's gone just like that? What else would it eliminate? There are other things, and I'm pretty sure that you know what they are. Yes, we are getting the whole dating app system. You know, thank God I never had to go through that mess. Yes, the whole way we look for work, it's all on the phone. I remember once I tried to apply for a job. I was standing there and they were just building the building. And I asked the guard over there while they were putting the building up, I'm like, who's in charge over there? He gave me a name. Let's call him Chuck. I said, okay, I want to talk to him. He said, you here for him? And I said, yes, I am. Because I needed a job. I walked over there inside the building. I saw a person walking around. I said, hey, you seen Chuck? Like, yeah, he's over there in the office. It's about the only thing that's finished so far. I walked over there and I said, hey, how you doing, Chuck? I'm Terry. He said, hey, how you doing? I said, you guys hiring? He said, yeah, we're going to need everybody. We only got 3 employees, and we're trying to get this place up to at least 250. I said, well, good. I want to be one of the first people you hire. And here's my resume. Handed him my resume, polished. Yes, leather bound. Nice font. Crushed linen. He said, I can't accept this. I'm like, why not? He said, you got all the credentials, but you have to go through the headquarters. You have to get on the computer. I'm like, wait a minute. So where is the headquarters? He said, the headquarters is in Chicago. I'm like, we're in California. He said, yeah, they do the hiring over there. I'm like, are you kidding me? So you're a man in need of people. I'm a person that has the qualifications in need of a job. You couldn't shake my hand right now and look me in the eye and say, start on Monday. He said, no, I couldn't do it. I have to go to Chicago, and then Chicago can tell me if I can come back to work here, right around the corner. He's like, I know it's crazy, but that's just the way it is. And nowadays, you put in all these applications, and they got these people that are sitting there shooting you down by either the way your name sounds or some other way that they can be biased and very racist against you. They're judging you, not by the content of your character, but by something they see on the computer. And then they have the whole screening process. That has changed. That needs to go back to the way it was. What happened to face-to-face, shake my hand, the old way? Help wanted sign on the door. Take the sign down. Hey, I see you got this sign. I'm here. You want help? I'm help. Oh, well, let's talk. Have a conversation. Good. You can get started. Those days, that's something that needs to come back, as well as the curiosity and the attention spans and the whole social interaction. We got to get back to the place where we can just talk to each other like people, like folks, because the phone has snatched that away from us. Sometimes you got to call somebody up just to hear the sound of their voice. Have you ever wondered, is this really them doing the texting? So yes, those things can come back. They can come back. And I want you guys to keep coming back here every single Wednesday, man. Right here on Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. We're going to keep doing it. Like right here, Word to the Wise. Hey, I want you guys to check out my previous episode. It's out there. What happened to the old neighborhood? And I'd like to know what happened to us. What happened to us is, of course, communication and being just like people. Doing what you're doing, and I'm going to keep swinging like Tarzan. And I'm going to see you guys every single Wednesday right here because I got your back like vertebrae. All right? Love, peace, and hot catfish grease. See ya.
I hope you like the podcast and you really like the podcast.
Come on, be serious.
And you really like my podcast. Like and subscribe.